Okay, so for today, we're going to be doing Module 1, Lesson 6, Fluency. What fluency is our ability to recall facts quickly. So we're going to practice some equations that we have learned already, and we're going to practice some skip counting that we've learned already, and try to get better at being able to recall that more quickly. You will need your whiteboard dry erase marker and dry eraser for today's lesson. First up, we're going to do some group counting. We're going to start by counting by twos. We're going to go all the way up to 20. So you're going to watch my fingers to know whether to count up or down. Okay, and I've put these numbers down at the bottom of the screen, counting by twos. If you feel like you're still struggling to count by twos, you can use your fingers to follow along to keep track of which number we are on. I did put the numbers here that we're going to be going up and down by, so that might help you a little bit more as we change directions. Okay, here we go. We're going to start at 0, so when I point up, you'll say 2. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 18, 20. Awesome. Okay, so you can always practice counting by twos all on your own. If you feel like you need to try it again, go ahead and just rewind the video a little bit and practice it again. Now we're going to do group counting by threes. This time we're going to go all the way up to 30. The numbers here are the ones that we're going to go turn around by. So if we're going up, we're going to turn around and go back down and then go back up again. Okay. Once again, you have your numbers down at the bottom if you need to use your finger to follow along with where we're at. And me pointing up will be us counting up, and me pointing down will be us counting down. We're going to start at 0, so when I point up, you say 3. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 27, 30. Awesome job once again. If you need more practice, please feel free to rewind the video a little bit and try it again. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some of our equations that we have practiced doing. So this first one says, say the total as a repeated addition sentence. So addition means adding. What you're going to do is you are going to write an addition sentence for the picture represented. Go ahead and pause the video to do this now. If you need a little bit of a hint, remember that it's going to be this number of dots plus this number of dots plus this number of dots equals our total. Pause the video again if you still don't have it and that hint helped you, and now you can solve it. Okay, so what you should have done is counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5, and we can see that there are 5 in each group. And we know that for a repeated addition sentence, all of our groups have to be equal because we're repeating, adding the same number over and over again. So you'll have 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals blank. Well, we can skip count by 5s. So we would skip count 5, 10, 15. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. And this is your repeated addition sentence. And remember, we call it repeated addition because you're repeating, adding the same number over and over again. Let's continue. Write a division sentence for 15 divided into 3 equal groups. Go ahead and pause the video. And you're going to be solving 15 divided into 3 equal groups. If you need a hint, blank divided by blank equals blank. So pause the video and go ahead and solve that equation and press play when you have the answer ready. So you may have noticed that we have our 15 total dots, just like we did on our last equation. In division, the biggest number always goes first because you're always taking the total number of objects and dividing them, okay? And to break those objects up into groups, you have to start with your full amount. 15 goes first. We divided it into 1, 2, 3 equal groups. And 15 divided into 3 equal groups gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots per group. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Next up, you are going to say the total as a repeated addition sentence, okay? So repeated addition, we just did this one, except now it's a different picture. So go ahead and you should be doing blank plus blank plus blank plus blank plus blank equals what? Go ahead and pause the video to fill in your answer and press play when you're ready to see it. So you should have noticed that there's 1, 2, 3 dots in each group. Repeated addition, we know we're adding the same number over and over again. So we have this group of 3 plus 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 this group of 3. And that equals our total. So now we have to figure out our total, and I'll do that by skip counting. And this is why we practice our fluency. So instead of having to count all of the dots, I can just skip count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15. Write a division sentence for 15 divided into 5 equal groups. So now on your whiteboard, you'll be writing blank divided by blank equals blank. Go ahead and pause the video to write in your equation. Okay, so once again, we know in division, our biggest number always comes first. We're starting with our total number of dots, which is 15. We divided it into 5 equal groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives us 1, 2, 3 dots per group. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. We took our 15 dots, divided them into 5 equal groups, and got 3 dots per group. Okay, that is all for today for your fluency. Remember, if you need extra practice, you can always go back and try your skip counting again, or just try skip counting by 2s or 3s on your own. Make sure that once you've finished watching this video, you click on your IXL skill and complete that. Remember, your goal is to get to 100 for your SMART score, but you want to at least get past 80 to show me that you understand what you're working on.